Hi everyone, I'm Melissa with Midnight Hour Oil. Today I want to bring you some news, things that I have picked up on through the week, things that really have stood out to me that I'm praying about, and I hope that you will join me in praying about these things. I feel it's really important for us to keep our ear to the ground right now, especially things that concern end-time prophecy, like the spread of pestilence, okay, and then things happening with our planet and the solar system universe. And we need to just continue to watch and make these things a matter of prayer, especially where the people are involved. It's very important for us to be interceding and doing what the Lord is calling us to do, occupying while we're still here. But the first thing I wanted to bring to your attention was something that really just blew me away. This homeless crisis in Los Angeles is just off the charts. The pestilence there is unreal. I'm going to play a real quick clip for you from Christian Broadcasting Network, but the one thing they don't mention is that there's an outbreak of leprosy there. Paul Begley was talking about it, 150 cases of leprosy. I mean, who would have ever thought we would see that in the United States? But I'm going to real quickly play this clip for you.
Homeless advocates say this is a crisis and are even reaching out to the White House hoping President Trump can help.
What you're seeing is a row of tents.
Those rows make up Skid Row, a 50-block area with the country's largest homeless population that's only continuing to grow.
California is experiencing a massive spike in its rodent population.
Reform California reports this rampant rat infestation has even caused the spread of dangerous diseases like typhus. Dr. Drew Pinsky calls it a health crisis, something he's not seen in this country for 100 years.
Wow. All right, and I'm going to fast forward to where this one man was out on the streets ministering to these people and caught a flesh-eating bacteria. Here.
Consider this to be a crisis?
It is absolute FEMA-like, Red Cross-like, National Guard-like disaster. It is an epidemic of homelessness.
Reverend Andy Bales heads up Union Rescue Mission, the largest homeless shelter and recovery program in the country. Bales' dedication to helping those in need led to the loss of his leg due to a flesh-eating disease he contracted while handing out water to the homeless. After you lost your leg, did that ever deter you from getting back out there to help people?
No, I actually missed 4 days of work because I had my leg taken off. What will Jesus do miraculously through us?
Amen. I praise God for men like this that are out there on the front lines. Some other news here that really stood out to me. Okay, I like to listen when Paul Begley has Mike from around the world on, because Mike has a lot of knowledge of this binary system, Planet X, that's coming in and its impact on the Earth. And, you know, you may or may not believe in that, but I've been given dreams about it, so I do believe the Lord has been warning me. And so I do believe this is a system that's coming into our solar system, and it's affecting Earth and the other planets. So real quick, here's a couple clips from Paul Begley's interview with Mike.
But Mike from around the world 5 years ago said, there's a day coming, Paul, when the Amazon jungle will be on fire, and it will be from the magma that's rising. We can go back into the archives. Look at this. We go back in the archives. He said volcanism will break records. Earthquakes will be breaking records. All right, there will be extreme weather conditions, straight line winds, dangerous typhoons, monsoon rains of biblical proportion. The Amazon rainforest will have record wildfires. And it's not, how can rainforest have record wildfires? Because it's coming from the earth beneath. The magma is rising. It's drying out the rainforest. And the fires are burning. Mike from around the world predicted this 5 years ago. And guess why it's happening, folks? Why is the magma rising? Because Planet X or Nibiru or Planet Number 9 or the Dwarf Star or the Goblin or what a Nibiru, Planet X, whatever you want to say it, binary system, the gravitational pull, the waves of energy, the charged particles that are heating, that are falling, going into the magnetospheres, grabbing it and putting it into the core of the earth. It's heating the core. Mike's going to join us in a few minutes.
Okay, so the rainforest is on fire right now, which seems impossible, but as Mike explains, and I'm not going to have you listen to the whole thing, but he explains that it's from the magma rising from the center of the earth, which is one of the effects of this binary system on the earth. All right, so I'm just going to real quickly get to the place that the thing that really stood out to me is how quickly things are speeding up. Mike points out that what would have taken 15 years to happen is now happening, he says, in 1 week.
Being done in about a week.
That's
so we're
crazy.
looking at that type of change in
Whoops, sorry. I didn't go back far enough. 40. There. Sorry, here we go.
type shape across the earth. So in a cone shape across the earth, we have magma very active across that rim. I'm personally trying to calculate what this is going to look like in the next few months because it's not slowing down, which means it's affecting our atmosphere at an exponential rate. All that carbon dioxide and all these other methane emissions and everything else, they're really going to affect the atmosphere. What is normally done over the course of 15 years is now being done in about a week.
That's crazy. That is crazy. I don't know what that means for us, but I think it can't be good. So let's be praying about that. And then Hong Kong, of course, here's some photos of what's going on there. We know that protest people are just wanting their freedom. They do not want China to put them under their dictatorial controls. And China's been bringing in tanks, and it looked like pitchforks that are electrified, like some type of a taser, but on the end of a pitchfork. And so this is how they're apparently going to subdue these people. I don't know. Anyway, let's keep these people in our prayer. And then lastly, what's going on in Nigeria? Okay, we've heard many reports, coming out of the Middle East, Africa, of, Christians being persecuted. But this particular story stood out to me, and I just hope, we'll keep these people in our prayers.
As a movement, Boko Haram's been around for a very long time, starting back in 2002, long before ISIS even became a thing. And as time went on, they got more and more extreme to the point where in 2011, they detonated a car bomb at this building behind me. That's the UN embassy here in Abuja. They've continued to kill people across the country of Nigeria, thousands in fact, to the point where in 2015, they were dubbed the most dangerous terror group on the planet.
Much of that terror directed at Christians. Enoch Yohana was one of Aisha's neighbors.
They started with burning of the churches, killing the pastors, and killing the members, closing them down. On 29 September 2014 was the day that they attacked my village. Around 10, I have a call that they have killed my dad. They asked him to deny Christ, in which he refused. They have cut his right hands. Then he refused. They have cut to the elbow again, in which he refused before they shot him thrice at the head, forehead, the neck, and chest.
Nice. So just so you can kind of see what's going on, in case you haven't been able to catch the news, there is a lot of persecution going on against our brothers and sisters in Christ. And I just hope you'll join me in praying, interceding for them. It's not just in Nigeria. We know it's everywhere. So, let's just keep Hong Kong, Nigeria in our prayers, and the homeless situation, which isn't just in Los Angeles. We know that goes on all over the U.S. So just things that you can be making a matter of prayer so that we can occupy while we wait. As always, church, it is my prayer that we will all continue to keep our lamps burning bright while we wait for Jesus. I love you all. God bless you.